Hi everybody, I'm Anne. I have decided to do these yoga videos to help people during lockdown. And this one's for a friend of mine who has just recently broken her wrist but loves doing yoga. So I've tried to think up a practice where we barely use our wrists, or if we do, it's generally to lubricate them to make them better. So let's have a go and see where we up to. Alright, so I thought we'd start with standing. So obviously if you're doing this at home, find somewhere safe, preferably if you've got a yoga mat, great to grip onto, and make sure the air is all clear. Okay, so when you're ready, come towards anywhere on your mat and just find your feet hip distance apart for me. Okay. And then bring your hand to your heart centre and one hand to your navel. And we're just going to close our eyes and just bring ourselves into this present moment of our yoga practice. Drawing your attention inwards, just start to focus on the breath. Feel the breath travelling around your body. Notice the breath falling and rising underneath your hands. We breathe in through our nose and out through our nose in yoga. But if you're congested, then please breathe through the mouth. And if you're new to yoga, don't worry too much about the breathing practices. Focus on the physical side and we'll come back to the breathing later. But if you're feeling okay, keep going. And see if you can breathe anywhere between the crown of your head, down to your navel and back again. Just keep going with that lovely breath. While you're doing that, I'll read out a quote for you. If you seek peace, be still. If you seek wisdom, be silent. If you seek love, be yourself. And that's by Becca Lee. Just do me 3 more rounds of that lovely breath practice. Obviously anybody with wrist injuries, if it's uncomfortable, keep the hands elevated, then let them rest at any time to the side of the body. So at the end of the 3rd round of your breath, just gently release the hands. And then on your next in-breath, if you're okay, taking your arms up above your head, do so. And when you exhale, bring the hands back down. So I'll just turn onto my side so you can see me. Flowing the arms up, looking at the hands. And when you exhale, bring the hands back down to the side. Now if that's uncomfortable, just keep your arms out to the side and don't bring them any higher than your shoulders and flow them back down. So keep going with that breath. When you inhale in, draw the hands up. And when you exhale, come back to your head centre and flow the arms back down. 2 more times. Now as you can tell, I can't get the camera angle right correctly on this, so bear with me. I know my head's cut off at some points of the video, but for at least if you can follow my breath and my sounds with my voice, that will be okay. One last time with the arm flow before exhaling, hands back down. Brilliant. And then start to circle into the wrist. Any movement will do, especially with those injuries around the wrist. Just be careful. Modify your practice today. Just move slowly between the positions. And hopefully I've designed this practice so that you don't need to, or bare minimum, leaning on your wrists. Okay, and then press each fingertip. And repeat that across your hands. And then release. And then send your hands to your shoulder blades. And when you're ready, point your elbows to the sky, drawing your heels into the mat. And then draw some big circles with your elbows, going in one direction for the moment, waking up the shoulders and your spine. Do one more big circle here, and then let's swap directions. Again, let the hands soften to the side of the body if your wrist starts to become uncomfortable. One last go, and then release. Excellent. And then coming towards the front of your mat, now bring your hands to the top of your hips, looking forward, taking a nice breath in. We're going to do a roll down. When you exhale, draw your navel into spine, maybe lifting up from the pelvic floor. Send your hands gently down towards your feet. Now, if this is too strong on your legs, bend your knees. Fold forward, bring your forehead into knees, and let the arms flop out and down. You can rest your hands on your legs or just let them all go floppy. And then we call this half back. We're going to do this 2 times. Inhale, halfway up, send the head in line with the spine, and then when you exhale, slide the hands back down towards your feet and let the forehead soften into the legs. Let's go again. Inhale up, halfway up, and then exhale all the way down, bring the forehead towards knees. And then just lift up a little bit, and we're going to come down onto a knee safely. So we're going to bend our right knee and come down onto a knee. And then do the same with the left. And then tuck your toes under. And if you can reach your toes and it's not uncomfortable, then open out your toes. And come back to sitting on your heel. Now, if you've got a cushion or a block, you can put a block underneath your heels then. Sitting nice and tall, draw a bump down to heels, looking straight on, breathing here. Just waking up the toes. If you need to at any point, you can always move away your bum off your heels and then come back to sitting onto your heels and your toes. Keep that breath flowing. 2 more times. And then release. Okay, let the toes soften, coming into hero's pose now. So we're going to come into a twist. So again, depends how your arms are feeling, but if you're okay, send your arms above your head. And when you exhale, we're going to rotate over to the right. So send your left arm across your body and your right kind of behind, opening out the palm, looking over to the side of your room or mat. Hold it there, take a couple of breaths here, rotating from above the hips. And then on your next breath, send your hands high or to your heart centre and exhale over to the opposite side. Right arm across the front of the body, left arm behind, palm open, opening out to the long side of your mat. Taking 3 sets of breath here. One last round of breath here before turning your head to centre, and then release the arms, and then we'll do cat-cow. So this is a great one for the spine. So when you're ready, take a nice breath in, and when you exhale, slide the hands towards your knees, round back. So we're going to create a round curve back, drawing chin into chest, creating a C shape. And when we inhale, slide the hands towards the hips, draw the elbows behind your back towards one another, and draw your chin away from your chest, open out your chest, and then keep repeating that. So when you exhale, round the back, draw the chin into chest, and when you inhale, slide the hands to the hips, open out chest nice and proud, draw the elbows behind the back. Keep going. This is a good one to do to wake up the spine, just to notice any sensations in the spine. If you do that one more time. Before coming back to centre, Now we're going to bring our legs out in front, so we'll do mermaid pose. So bring your bum over to the left side of your heels so that you can gently bring your legs out in front. Okay, excellent. And then let's bring our left leg in and then our right in front, and just avoiding crossing the heels if we can, and just coming into midpoint on our sitting bones. Okay, and then when you're ready, have your hands, fingertips out in front. Looking forward, we're just gently going to walk our fingertips away, and then on your taking a round of breath here, when you exhale, flatten the palms, and it's up to you. You've got to keep a straight back, but draw the elbows towards the mat and fold forward. Breathing here, keep going with the breath, find your fold what suits you, but just avoid rounding the spine if you can. And at the same time, keep your sitting bones drawing down into the ground. Two more rounds of breath here. Then on your next in-breath, draw your head and chest off the mat, and then walk your fingertips gently in. Excellent. Let's swap the legs over. So bring right and then left, and bring right in first, and then left in front. Sitting nice and tall. Let's repeat that. So when you're ready, take fingertips out. And when you're ready, tiptoe your fingers away. Exhale, breathe your way forward. Drawing sitting bones down into the ground. Your bum will want to peel off the mat. Just keep drawing it down. It doesn't matter how far you fold into it. While you do that, I'll just move the cat a little bit away. So you can see me a little bit better. And then on your next in-breath, rise your way up. Brilliant, nice and tall, excellent. Okay, and then we're going to send our legs out in front. Okay, so I'll turn around just so you can see me. And we're going to go into Janu Shavasana. So widen out your feet about the width of your mat, or just a bit beyond your hip. And then bring your right foot in to join your left leg like so. Okay. And then we're going to bring our left arm to the left leg, right hand to our navel, as if we're doing a nice ballet flow. When you're ready, take your right arm over to the right. And when you exhale, breathe your right arm over your ear and bending over your left leg. Gazing over your right bent knee and just enjoying that. Oh look, I've got the cat joining me, Casper. Take a few sets of breath here. Try to keep your upper arm above the head so it doesn't drop in line of your side. And then on your next in-breath, slide your left hand up, draw your right hand down, coming back up nice and tall. Let's send right leg out, and let's do the same on the opposite side. So left leg leads. When you're ready, right arm to left, right arm to right leg, left hand to navel. Moving with your breath. When you're ready, take your left arm over to the left. And then when you exhale, bring that arm over your ear, bending over to the right. Now if you're wearing a cast and this is dragging your arm down, send your left hand to your hip instead and gently hold it into place there. And hopefully that might alleviate the weight. Taking a few sets of breath there, in and away. On your next in-breath, coming up nice and tall, and then send your legs out in front. Flex the toes. Anybody with back injuries may need to have their knees bent, but if you're okay, send your feet away. Okay. Hands to legs, and we'll do a two-fold process here. So hands anywhere along the legs, elbows bent, taking out breath in. And when you exhale, fold forward, trying to keep it straight there. Go halfway and then slide your hands a little bit further towards your feet and repeat. Inhale, exhale, folding over your legs. Now I can't fold very far into this, so don't worry if you can't. You can slide your hands closer to your ankles if you want to go deeper into this, or slide it closer to your hips if you want to soften out of this. So find a position for you and keep working with the breath here. Find a point of stretch for you. Brilliant. And then on your next in-breath, raise up nice and tall with the crown of the head straight back here. Okay, coming into Baddha Konasana, which is a good one to open out the hips. So bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Okay, and you can either use your arms to just press the inside of the knees and thighs out, or you can use your hands to do so, or if you can reach your hands around your feet, then open out the feet. Breathing here, sitting nice and tall. Take a few sets of breath here. Excellent, and then release the arms. Bring your knees together and then gently come back with your feet into mermaid. Let them come onto your knees. Tucking your toes under. We're going to step. So there's two ways. If you can roll onto your toes and come up. Well, that's a balance challenge. Or I'm going to come back down and show you. Step your right foot forward and then your left. Come into a fold over your legs. And when you're ready, fold out. Either roll your way up or send your hands up. Reach to the sky, hands above the head. Exhale, hands to heart centre. Excellent. And we'll just come into a standing sequence now. So when you're ready, step your right foot back. Bend your left knee. Hands on hips, and you can keep them there again. If the weight of your plaster cast is dragging your hands down, you can. But if you're feeling okay, send the arms out, and then looking over your left bent knee at your extended hand, middle finger, breathing here. Keep the breath flowing. Moving from Virabhasana 2, Warrior 2 to Parsvakonasana, side bend stretch. I bring the left arm to the left thigh, right hand to hip and open out to the side of your mat or across your room. Okay, you can stay there or send your right arm over your ear, looking straight across. Anybody who's done yoga for a while can bring the left arm down or feels they can go deeper into this, but just check that your back is straight. So I'm going to keep my arm on my leg because sometimes I feel like I'm twisting a little bit like that. And then one more round of breath here before straightening up the front leg. So we're going to go into Trikonasana. So just shorten your stance a little bit, bring that back foot in. Okay, and then it's all in the hips. So send your hand out, send your hips to follow and lead with your left front hand and bring your left arm down and your right above your head. Again, the hand can go to your hip. Opening out the side of your body. Breathing here. Feel your right shoulder head rotating back. Weight travelling down the back leg there. Excellent. And then on your next in-breath, come up nice and tall. And we're going to come into wide leg bend. So widen out the feet, pointing toes inwards here. Hands on hips, and when you're ready, take a nice breath in. And when you exhale, fold forward. Push back your hips gently with your hands if you wish. Bringing hands down to the mat. Or to your rest gently on your legs, or hands to feet. Or if you've got blocks, which I have, I'll show you, you can rest your hands gently on the blocks. And just keep pushing back in the hips, lining up head in line with the feet. breathing out. Then on your next in-breath, raise up, take your right hand to your hip, left hand to your hip, and slowly come on out, folding out. Brilliant. Left foot leads, and when you're ready, step right to join left. And we'll try the same on the opposite side. So we'll just come over here. So when you're ready, step left foot back, right leg leads, bend the right knee, Virabhadrasana. Sending arms out to your hips. Inhale, exhale into position, gazing over your right hand. Keep squeezing your left inner thigh, all the weight going down to your little toe of your back foot. Obviously, if that becomes uncomfortable, straighten the legs and come back into it. And then when you're ready, we're going to breathe away into Parsvakonasana. So left hand to hip, right hand to thigh, looking across the mat. Breathing here. Either keep the left hand on your hip or draw it up over your ear. Making any adjustments with the arms. Then on your next in-breath, coming all the way up. Okay, right foot joins left, left foot leads, coming back to the front of your mat. Excellent, well done. And then we're going to come back down. So, ready when you are, take a nice breath in. And when you exhale, start to slide your hands down your legs. Folding forward. Bring your forehead in the direction of the knees. Lifting up the chest, half back. Bring the right knee down. Left follow. Coming in to child's pose. Draw bum to heels, arms out in front, forehead to the ground or in that direction, or arms to the side. Take a few sets of breath here. And then on your next in-breath, draw your head up, coming back into seated pose. Taking toes under, we're going to bring, well actually no, keep your toes flat for a moment, bring your bum off your heels and we'll do camel pose, which is a nice back opener. So I'm just going to talk you through the different stages here. If your hands are okay, bring them to your lower back. You can keep your arms to the side and just squeeze the buttocks and lean back. Squeeze the buttocks there or have your hands resting and gently lean back, noticing how that feels. You can tuck your toes under if you wish. Then on your next in-breath, straighten up. And then this time, tuck your toes under, send your arms out in front. Inhale, exhale, lean back. Again, the arms can be to the side if you're comfortable. And then on your next in-breath, come up. And you can stop there and come back into child's pose, or we can take it one step further. Bring the right hand to the hip, left hand to the hip. Sorry, right hand to heel. No, right hand to hip, left hand to hip. And then just open out, sliding the hands down the thighs. Hands to back, breathing here. You can go deeper into this, but I'm conscious of rest by bringing your hands gently onto the heels, like I'm doing now. And then draw the head forward, chin to chest, release. Coming back down, bring bum to heels. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're going to come into low crescent. So, bring bum to heel, stepping right foot forward, leaning forward here, hands gently resting on your knees or your hips. Looking forward here, you can slide your left leg away or pad it out with the cushion you wish. And then either keep your hands there or glide them up in line with the ears there, looking forward. Take a few sets of breath here. And then when you're ready, push your hips back. Straighten up your right front leg and fall gently over your right extended leg. If it's uncomfortable on the knees, bend the right knee. Bring forehead to knees. Fingertips just gently, gently resting on the ground there. So hopefully no pressure on the wrist there. And then on your next breath, bend the knee. Hands to hips, swapping legs over. Bring right knee to left. And we'll repeat the same on the opposite side. So when you're ready, step left foot through. Either keeping your box frame shape or slide your right leg away. Padding out the knee if need be. Hands on hips. Gazing forward. Find that pointer stretch for you with your legs. And then you can keep your hands where they are or float them up. Line with your ears. Gazing forward. 2 more rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, folding over your left leg, start to straighten the leg. Bring forehead to knee, folding gently, fingertips just grazing the mat, just hold you steady. Then on your next in-breath, slowly raise your head back up. Bring left knee to right, and we're going to come back down. So mermaid up and over to left, like we've been doing. Gently bring your legs out in front, hopefully not having to use our hands too much to do so. And then we're going to come down. So first we're going to bring our feet into Baddha Konasana, butterfly the knees. Shuffle the bum a bit closer to the heels, and then when you're ready, gently come down onto your elbows. And then down onto your lower back. Bring hand to rest on navel there, still with the knees out to the side. And then on your next breath, draw the knees together. Open out the feet about hip distance apart, tuck your tailbone under. Arms to the side now to do a gentle bridge flow. If it's uncomfortable on the wrist, gently clench the fists. Inhale, exhale, pick up your bum, draw your tummy up towards the ceiling. Pushing into shoulder heads there. See if we can hold our bridge for 5 counts. If you wish to, shuffle onto your shoulder heads to go into a deeper position. Three more sets of breath here. And on your next exhalation, gently, gently bring the back down. Imprint each bone in your back onto the mat. So we'll come into supported pigeon pose. When you're ready, slide or point your right toes to the ceiling and bring your right foot across your left thigh. Anywhere between the knee and the hip crease. If you want to go deeper, bring the heel towards your hip crease. If you want to go softer, bring your heel towards your knee. And then you can just stay there. If you want to go further into it, bring the left knee in, gently hugging the knee to chest. This is a great one to open out the hips, as well as protecting the back. And then on your next exhalation, bring the left foot down, right joint. Shall we try it on the other side? So when you're ready, slide your left foot to the sky, point your toes, and bring left foot across right thigh, anywhere between the knee and the hip crease. But just check that the left knee is gently pointing out to the side. Breathing here. Either keeping the right foot planted in the mat or draw the foot off the mat, bringing right knee in towards chest. And then on your next exhalation, send the right foot down, left to join. Great. And then we're going to come into a twist, send the arms out to the side, Bring the left knee to hover over the body and then the right. Take a nice breath in. And when you exhale, send the knees over to the right, gaze over to the left. Opening up the chest and the tummy towards the ceiling, and then keep looking over to the left hand. If your left shoulder's hurting, bring the left arm in. And you can use your right hand just to hold your knees gently into place. And then on your next in-breath, release, draw your back flat to the mat, knees to centre, head to centre. Inhale, and when you exhale, let's try it over to the left side. Knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Then on your next in-breath, come back to centre. Arms to the side of the body, and as if you're super gluing your feet and knees together, just draw circles with the knees around your body. If your hands aren't too bad or wrists, use your hands to guide your knees. If not, keep your hands down. And that's it, gently release. Bring your feet down. Sliding out your feet, ready for Shavasana, or rest position. Those with back injuries, you can come into constructive rest. Bend the knees, let the knees flop out to the side, hands rest on the navel. But those who are comfortable in the back, let the arms rest, the feet flop out. Close your eyes. I'll come up to seated while you're doing that. Just close your eyes and start to feel the body relaxing. Feel your breath start to come back to its natural ebb and flow. Feel your eyes getting heavier and heavier. The muscles in your face softening. The jaw relaxing. Bringing softness to the chest, the abdomen. Moving down your pelvis, your hips, thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles and feet. Relax. And bringing awareness now to the underside of your body, the back of the head. Feel it melting deeper and deeper into the ground. Shoulders, spine, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone, all your tension melting away. Buttocks, back of your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and underside of the feet. The whole of the body, the whole of your body, whole of your body, relax. We'll just stay here for a few moments in silence. Noticing the floor below you, ceiling above, and the walls, what surround you. And just checking in with your body, noticing any sensations. And then rolling over to the left side for me. Let your knees sit on top of one another and your head rest on your hands. And while we're here in this present moment, I just want you to say to yourself 3 times this statement in your head. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Once you've done that, gently come up to seated. Let your hands rest on your knees, or alternatively bring your hands to back, to one hand resting on your chest and one on your navel like we did at the beginning of our practice. And just sealing in our practice. May we hold on to this stillness and calmness for the rest of our day. And I bow to you, saying namaste. Thank you, everybody.